Peace and love, family. Hope all is well. Knowing all is well, I should say. Peace and love. We're just waiting for some more guests to come in. Some of our tribe members. Peace and love, Noble. We're live on YouTube. You want to turn off your camera?
What?
You want to start the prayer?
Hold on, give me 1 second. Okay.
Come on, you know it by heart.
I wish I did. We, with the powers invested in me, my masculine, my feminine, shaking up powers within, invoke the Holy Spirit of truth, break, dissolve, and cut off soul ties in the spirit realm and astral plane that have attached itself to me and my family, the Moors, that are ungodly and do not serve our highest and best good. We cancel, remove, and destroy all images made in my image and likeness, or image and likeness. Noah Bernstein McGill, El Sha'er, Fedekhan Muhammad Shuandi Ali Bey, and we break, remove, destroy all rituals that have been brought up against us in the astral plane and spirit realm. All spells, curses, hexes, and rituals are now bound up, destroyed, and sent back to the cinders forever. Noah Bernstein McGill, El Sha'er, Fedekhan Muhammad Shuandi Ali Bey, and we cut, sever, and destroy all spiritual agreements and contracts that we have entered into knowingly and unknowingly that has hindered the Moors' lives, my family's lives, past, present, and future. I cancel, destroy, dissolve any and all attacks brought against me in the dream state that may have attached itself to me and my family. I break all generational curses. I break all generational curses. I break all generational curses brought against me and my family. I cut, sever, and cancel all soul tie agreements and contracts made along my family line that are ungodly, do not serve our highest and best good. We release wealth, riches, and gold, health, rich in the astral plane. Let it rain down to our palms, let it rain down to our palms, let it rain down to our palms in the physical manifestation. Noah Bernstein McGill, El Sha'er, Fedekhan Muhammad Shuandi Ali Bey, and we, the Moors, declare that all beings sitting in our seats of power shall resign and be removed. We do not accept the repentance. We do not accept the repentance. We will never accept the repentance of their sins against the Most High Elohim's words and the Aboriginal Moors, landlords of the land of Mu. Noah Bernstein McGill, El Sha'er, Fedekhan Muhammad Shuandi Ali Bey, and we declare that all imposters, fiduciaries, trustees, and beneficiaries of the U.S. corporation and all political bodies within that have been of our vast estate in the Americas shall be removed and turn over the keys to the White House and Buckingham Palace to the Moors. And all those secret societies holding on to our words left by our ancestors, our lost books, hidden culture, and knowledge of our connection of our cosmic earthly creators, our ancestors who left us an inheritance and teachings and instructions. These violating imposters must correct their wrongs. These violating imposters must correct their wrongs. These violating imposters must correct their wrongs, or else all violators shall be punished pursuant to the Aboriginal Moors Charter and fee schedule, and their heirs and their children, their heirs and their children, their heirs and their children's children shall be cursed, be made to pay back their forefathers' debt to we the Aborigine Moors and our heirs only in perpetuity, and so on to infinity. So it is, so it is, so it is. Ashe, 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 Wa.
Peace and love, Dream. You want to say it? You prepared to say it?
Peace and love. Islam. Y'all, I got next Empress.
Okay.
I, Jay Shavon Jareen, Tamor Hendricks Hale, and we, Cherokee Nation, move with the powers invested in me, with my masculine and feminine Shekinah powers. Within, invoke the Holy Spirit of truth to break, dissolve, and cut all soul ties in the spirit realm and astral plane. Can you hear me?
Yes. I was fixing my
Thank you.
speaker.
In astral plane. I'll start over. I, Jay Shavon Jareen, Tamor Hendricks Hale, and we, the Cherokee Nation, move with the powers invested in me, with my masculine and feminine Shekinah powers. Within, invoke the Holy Spirit of truth to break, dissolve, and cut all soul ties in the spirit realm, in the astral plane attached to me and my family of the Moors that are ungodly and do not serve our highest or best good. I, Jay Shavon Jareen, Tamor Hendricks Hale, and we, the Cherokee Nation, move, cancel, remove, and destroy all altars made in my image and our likeness, in our image and our likeness. I, Jay Shavon Tamor Hendricks L, Jay Shavon Jareen Tamor Hendricks L, and we, the Cherokee Nation, move, break, remove, destroy all rituals that have been brought against us in the astral planes, spirit realms, all spells, curses, hexes, and rituals now bound up, destroyed, and sent back to the cinders forever. I, Jay Shavon Jareen, Tamor Hendricks L, and we cut, sever, and destroy all spiritual agreements and contracts that we have entered into knowingly and unknowingly that has hindered the Moors, my life, my family's lives, past, present, or future. I cancel, destroy, dissolve, and any all attacks brought against me in the dream state that may have been attached to itself or me or my family. I break all generational curses. I break all generational curses. I break all generational curses brought against me and my family. I, Jay Shavon Jareen, Tamor Hendricks Hale, and we, the Cherokee Nation, to move, release the wealth, riches, and gold held for us in the astral plane. Let it rain down to our palms in the physical manifestations. I, Jay Shavon Tamor Hendricks Hale, we, the Moors, declare that all beings sitting in our seats of power shall resign, be removed, repent of their sins against the Most High Elohim's words, and the Aboriginal Moors, landlords of the land of Mu. I, Jay Shavon Jareen Tamor Hendricks Hale, and we declare that all imposter fiduciaries, trustees, beneficiaries of the U.S. Corporation, and all political bodies within that have been over our vast estate in the Americas shall be removed and turn over the keys to the White House and the Buckingham Palace to the Moors. All those secret societies holding on to our words left by our ancestors, our lost books, hidden cultures, and our knowledge of connection to our cosmic and earthly creators, our ancestors who left us the inheritance of our teachings and instructions, our ancestors who left us the inheritance of our teachings and instructions, our ancestors who left us the inheritance of teachings and instructions. These violating imposters must correct the wrongs, or else all violators shall be punished pursuant to the Aborigine Moors, charter and fee schedule, and their heirs and their children's children's children shall be cursed and be made to pay back their forefathers' debt. So we the Aborigine Moors and to the heirs, only in perpetuity, and so on, and so on, and so on to infinity. So it is, Ashe, so it is, Ashe, and so it is. Ashe what? from.
Ashe, 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 Wah. You just want to be seen. There's Earl.
I'm trying
We, with the powers invested in me, with my masculine and my feminine Shekinah powers within, invoke the Holy Spirit of truth to break, dissolve, and cut all soul ties in the spirit realm, astral plane, attached to me and my family of the Moors. All things that are ungodly and do not serve our highest and best good are hereby dissolved and broken away from us now. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, and we, the Moors, all Asiatics of the world, we cancel, remove, and destroy all altars made in our image and likeness, made in Empress Ninti El Bay's image and likeness, and our image and likeness as the family of the Moors. I cancel, break, and destroy and decree right now to the ascended masters, the angels of the white light, to come forward and put out all black candles made in my name and my image and likeness. There is no one with permission, power, or authority to light a black candle and do acts of secrecy and sorcery against me, Empress Ninti El Bay, the Imperial Royal family, or the Cherokee Nation of Moors. I decree and declare and demand, command, and order all angels, ancient warriors, ancestors to come forward to end all wickedness, to come forward to bring the balance and proper order back upon the land, take away the power and strength and knowledge that was stolen from the Imperial Royal lineage, give us back our powers and take away the powers of the wicked. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, break, remove, and destroy all rituals that have been brought against us in the astral plane, spirit realm. All spells, curses, hexes, and rituals are now bound up, destroyed, and sent back to the senders forever. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, and we, the Moors, cut, sever, and destroy all spiritual agreements and contracts that we have entered into, knowingly or unknowingly, that has hindered the Moors, that has hindered my life, that has hindered my family's lives, past, present, and future. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, cut, sever, and destroy all spiritual agreements and contracts that we have entered into, knowingly or unknowingly, that has hindered the Moors, that has hindered my life, my family's lives, past, present, and future. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, and we, the Moors, cut, sever, and destroy all spiritual agreements and contracts that we have entered into, knowingly or unknowingly, that has hindered the Moors, hindered my life, hindered my family's lives, past, present, and future. I cancel, destroy, dissolve any and all attacks brought against me in the dream state. I cancel, destroy, dissolve any and all attacks brought against my children in the dream state. I cancel, destroy, dissolve any and all attacks brought against me and my children and my family of the Moors, Cherokee Nation of Moors, that has been brought against us in the dream state, that may have attached itself to me or our families. I break all generational curses. I break all generational curses. I break all generational curses. All generational curses are broken. All generational curses are broken. All generational curses are broken. that have been brought against me and my family and us as a whole, the family of the Moors. I cut, sever, and cancel all soul tie agreements and contracts made along my family line that are ungodly and do not serve our highest and best good. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, and we the Moors release the wealth, riches, and gold held for us in the astral plane. Let it rain down to our palms in the physical manifestation. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, and we the Imperial Moors release the wealth, riches, and gold held for us in the astral plane. Let it rain down. Bring it into our palms right now in the physical manifestation. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, and we the Imperial Moors release the wealth, riches, and gold held for us in the astral plane. Let it rain down and bring it into our palms right now into the physical manifestation. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, and we, the Moors, declare that all beings sitting in our seats of power shall resign, be removed, with no opportunity to repent for their sins against the Most High, Elohim's words, and the Aborigine Moors, landlords of the land of Mu. I, Empress Ninti El Bay, and we, the Moors, the Imperial Moors, declare that all imposter fiduciaries, trustees, and beneficiaries of the U.S. Corporation and all political bodies within, all state governments, city governments, municipalities, counties, all imposters that have been over these municipalities, acting as fiduciaries, trustees, and beneficiaries, and of the U.S. Corporation and all political bodies within that have been over our vast estate in the Americas and worldwide, they are hereby removed and have turned over the keys to the White House, Buckingham Palace, and all state, local, and county governments back to the Imperial Moors, first family of Tahuti. All those secret societies holding on to our words left by our ancestors, our lost books, hidden culture, and knowledge of our connection to our cosmic and earthly creators. Our ancestors who left us an inheritance of teachings and instructions. These violating impostors who stole it must correct their wrongs, or else all violators shall be punished pursuant to the Aborigine Moors Charter and Fee Schedule and to the laws of the universe. They shall be punished. And their heirs and their children's children, children shall be cursed and be made to pay back their forefathers' debt to we, the Aborigine Moors, and our heirs only in perpetuity, so on and so on and so on to infinity. So it is, so it is, and so it is. As Empress, it's my job to bring the messages and to carry out what is required to bring things back into balance. Therefore, these prayers are necessary. These invocations are necessary for us to clear the way and clear the path from all of the unrighteousness, devilment, wicked treachery that has been done to those in the first family. The rulers of the land, the Imperial Royal rulers of the land have been denied their proper place. And is now my job, my duty, and my mission to put them back in place in the proper order and fashion as it is always been since the beginning of time. That being said, this is the reason we do the prayer. This is the reason we arm ourselves with the power of the spirit realm and the ancestors to cover us, to go before us in any and every battle, and to ultimately win any and every war. Because all wars are started in the spirit realm. You struggle not with flesh and bone, but by spiritual principalities. And the more we do our daily rituals, as Vicky said, she sent me a text. I'm going to share this because it makes me feel good to know that someone is benefiting from what we are doing here in this tribe. She says, Your Highness, Spirit, and my ancestors are on me heavily for weeks now. They are making me look into the mirror and get myself in order and giving orders. I want to thank you for modeling the spiritual accountability and leadership skills. Doing the daily practices and rituals are a part of foundation and functional for self-preservation. That right there is an awesome testimony, and I've seen her growth for the past 5 years, going on 5 years now, as well as my own growth in life and in the spirit. And it is a wonderful thing to take charge of your own life, to come back into your own powers, to not be manipulated and thrown around like a rag doll, like they have been doing us. And a lot of us don't know this has been being done. I didn't know for a long time that these things were being done, but now we're here. And now we have taken back our power and gradually taken back our place in the world and in society and upon the land. So that being said, Galaxy A11, can you introduce yourself? Is that AAA? Are you there on the line, AAA? I just see Galaxy A11. There's an A. I'm not sure who that is. If we can't identify you on the Zoom call, I'm going to take you out. So please come forward and identify yourself. Galaxy A11 guest. Going once, going twice.
Don't know who that is. Disconnect.
Okay. Because it usually says AAA, or it usually says matriarch.
Let me try to connect to him and send him a message in the chat.
I'll just erase them. Can somebody go in the Telegram group?
They just left.
Put the link. Yeah, they just left. I just took them out. Somebody's requesting the information in Cherokee Nation of Moors group for
I
the
think
Zoom
somebody's
call.
requesting a link.
Did you just repeat what I just said?
Yeah.
Okay, so put it in.
From you.
Can you put it in there? Can you? They want the link to the Zoom.
I'm still trying to fix my sound.
Oh my goodness.
I got. I don't.
Jareen, can you put the link
on my phone?
Okay. Can you go into the group and put the Zoom information?
That's it.
Thank you.
Sure.
Okay, so last week we sort of got we did get cut off somehow. So we're gonna reiterate on the term post-millennium. And whenever you're dealing with the term post, it's prior to or before something else happened. So in this case, it's dealing with before the war. Let me share this screen. Yeah, somehow the 3 hour and some change podcast got cut down to an hour of the live. So I apologize for that. I don't know what happened. So these are things that we are standing on, or that we are using as staples to bring us back into our proper status and our proper place in political society, if you will. Even though I am not into politics, because it's just fake, it's fraudulent, and it's not real. It's just a part of the corporate facade. The things that you see in politics is never what it really is. And the people you see in power in politics, who you think in power, it never is. Everything we have been doing or operating under has been fiat fictional entities, under fiat fictional entities that are not in the proper status, not in the proper way. So now we are coming back to where we need to be. And it has not been without a fight on my end for sure. So we have to come back into full posterity upon the land as Imperial Royal rulers. This is my mandate. This is why I am here. This is the prophecies that I have been given to bring the land back to the people the Most High promised Moses she would give to his lineage. That's the first family that has been denied their inheritance, denied who they are, denied all of their entitlements on this planet Earth for a little over 100 years. And this is why I have been under such attack, because I have been given that duty. I signed up for that. I agreed to that in the spirit realm before I came in the physical, that this is what I was going to do. So now what we are doing with our reclamation and what we are standing on, and some of the premises and foundation that we are standing on is the fact that the truth that we are the indigenous, we are the Aborigine, meaning the first inhabitants of the land. First in time is first in line. So we're going to go back over how we got here. Okay, let's do this first. This is how we got here. How we got to this point where they stripped us of, we were stripped of all of our proper rights, our proper place in the world, our proper entitlements and status in all the affairs of men. So they say, all the affairs of men. In the comings and goings and doings, the mercantile, the finances, the governing of the land and of the people. How did we get robbed of that? It all started with one family. It started with one family, cousins to the first family, who wanted rulership, who wanted power, who wanted to take the power from those that the Most High creators gave the power to rule and govern over land and over people, because that lineage had already proven themselves worthy and good shepherds, and good shepherds over people and good stewards over finances and money. This was their God-given, Most High creators granted them that since the beginning of time. So how they fell from grace, it had to do with as above, so below. Everything does. There is nothing that can happen down here on this in this realm without it first taking place in the astrals. The provisions were there. The planets were in alignment. Saturn was in control at the time, and they were able to do all the wickedness that they did. The reason they became so powerful is because they stole the information from the first family on how to rule and how to govern and how to do finances, which is not their privilege, it's not their right, it's not their entitlement to have that knowledge and information, because they are not the first family, imperial rulers, imperial royal rulers, chosen ones to do that job. And we see why they weren't. The world has been turned upside down because of this, because of what they have done. Nothing has been in order. It's been chaos for the last 130 years under the rulership of the Palafinichi. Bilderberg Collins and all these individuals that try to seek my life every day. Fourth and fifth cousins that I never knew I had until now. But this is why they've been knowing who I was the whole time. So you have individuals who conspired together to create religions and to create factions for the people to flock to. Now, I want you to understand something. These families are the real Illuminati. And their main thing is distraction. Their main thing is being able to distract you from seeing the truth and knowing who your real enemy is. So the whole time that you thinking your enemy is this white man, this pale face, which they played it out to the T and made us hate the white man, when really it was them in the background giving orders to do all of this wickedness to us. This is going to be one of the greatest cover-ups uncovered the world has ever seen. That we never knew who was in control. We never knew who was doing all this uckery to us on a daily basis, constantly trying to suppress us. Somebody that looked just like you and me. This is the time, 2022, all things will be made right. Justice is in order. Somebody, can y'all watch the YouTube also and let me know if it goes off? Because I can't really tell. It's connected to the Zoom, but I can't really tell if it goes off or not. So this is what they put us under. This is what they put the masses under to control us. And like I was saying before, that the white and the black that people concentrate so much on, it's not even that. It's not even that. It's not a color of black and white. This is why you have to pay attention to the distractions and to don't follow everything that they put in front of you. White is a social class that is used by the Illuminati, that is used by those of a high status, the Black Nobility Families. They use the status of white. But they have you thinking because you are dark, they have people thinking because they are dark that they have to claim black. All of this is mind games, mind control, manipulation. So you can't claim black because you think that's who you are, that's your color because you dark. No, that's not what it means. That's going to put you in a null and void social status, a social bracket that grants you no laws. You are 3/5. You are a 3/5 of a man, and the laws for that deal with the black codes. So here we are. This is how we got here. This is what they put us into after physical slavery had ended. And the physical slavery was not for all blacks, so-called blacks, brown people. That was not the way slavery began. Slavery began in the caves of Europe and in West Africa. Once again, there were beings created to till the land, and that's where you get today all of these different laws and black codes from that still exist on the books. 3/5 laws that they force most of the masses to be under, because that's what they want to have control over the masses. This is evil, wickedness, and it stops right here. It stops right here. This is what I'm fighting for every day. I'm not only fighting for my life, but I'm fighting for the freedom of my children, your children, and all the children that are supposed to be free on their own land. So here we have the Black Code, sometimes called Black Laws. and once again, maybe we can find another definition or some more write-ups on this, because Wikipedia is not 100%. It's written by individuals. So I'm going to take it with a grain of salt, but this is primarily the gist of what I'm trying to get to, that the Black Code still exists and is sometimes called Black Laws. Now, this does not relate to a color. This relates to a social class. Okay. James Kent wrote, this says 1832, but I'm willing to bet it's 1932 or somewhere in the 1900s, because I know it to be true that the Slavics and the Scots and what they call the cave dogs didn't come out of the cave until year 1900. So all of the dates are wrong. Some of the events they write about did happen, and they put a twist on it, but the dates are wrong. So here it says in 1832, James Kent wrote that in most of the United States, there is a distinction in respect to political privileges between free white persons and free colored persons of African blood. And in no part of the country do the latter, in point of fact, participate equally with the whites. Okay, so here we talk about the African blood. So remember what I was just saying, that there were beings that were created to work the land. Those are the 3/5. And this is where the confusion has come from. And this is why they want you to believe and us to believe, since we were, learning their story, his story, that we were all from Africa. Because if you are all from Africa, then that means you fall under that 3/5, because those 3/5, those Africans that came here are the ones, they were the 3/5. They were the 3/5 from Africa. Just like the cave dogs that were created to till the land and work the land. You see what I'm saying? Y'all follow me? So if that be the case, they say, okay, well, we'll just label them all this and make them all think they're from Africa. And most of us fell for it. Most of us fell for it. But the ones that came here from Africa were the slaves, indentured servants, whatever you want to call them. They were the ones who were the 3/5 blood. They fall under that bracket, that social bracket. So that's why they didn't have the same privileges. But the whites, the so-called pale faces that came over here in 1900s, they were under the rulership of these Black nobility families, working for these Black nobility families. So they had more privileges because they all made the agreement and the pact together. All of those families that brought these Scots and Jews, fake Jews, out of the caves are the ones who put them in high places. And they were and still are, some of them that's still here. We're getting rid of them, but they are the ones who work for the Black nobility families. This is the big secret that I have found out dealing with my own family line and lineage, and finding out who's been attacking me. These are all the revelations that are coming forward. So I know it to be true. I know it to be true. And these are the things that through meditation and through divine visitations are coming. It's coming in like water. So this is a time that we are truly in revelation. And that's what it means to be in revelation, for things to be revealed no matter what. Nobody can hide them no more. This is what they have been afraid of. So they want to get rid of people like me that can bring forth the truth and see the messages, receive the messages clearly, and be able to act on them. This is why, you know, the ancestors and my lineage have awakened me so that I can secure myself and also be able to walk in their image and likeness and begin to bring things back to a proper order on the land. This has been pure wickedness that we've been under. Excuse me. So the black codes are what they're using when they label you black as a black status on your IDs and things like that. That is what is putting you in under law. It's not a full, you're not covered under the fullness, full faith and credit of the law. So this is why it's critical that our lineages and Asiatics of the world overstand, mute your phones, Asiatics of the world understand and then begin to overstand that you have to deal with your legalities of your social status if you want to be free. You can't leave this and not deal with this and then march in the street. Don't work like that. You have to deal with your posterity. Laws, contracts, universal law, spiritual law. You have to deal with that. Marching in the street and saying Black power is not going to get it. That is not where it's at. That's not where the power is. The power is never in the physical. You have to know who you are, and you have to know how to put yourself back in your proper status. And North Carolina was prevalent in a lot of the stripping of the rights of the indigenous people, North Carolina and the South, period. Because the family that's been fighting me was right here in North Carolina. I never knew why the ancestors moved me here from Detroit. I grew up in Detroit. This is why all of this, my life has been divinely led, and I had no part in it. Like, I don't take no credit for it. I was divinely led here only to find out at 48 years old that the family that stole my ancestral inheritance and heritage and everything was right here in North Carolina. So you see where it says restrictions, these Black laws, restrictions included prohibiting them from voting. Although North Carolina had allowed this before 1831, that's 1931, bearing arms, gathering in groups for worship, and learning to read and write. The purpose of these laws was to preserve slavery in slave societies. Now, this is my own family lineage doing this. These are Black nobility families that ordered this, stopping people from reading and writing. And this is the psychosis. This is a psychosis that we have been under. These people are not wrapped tight at all. And then they bred others to follow them in this wickedness and created federal and governmental entities to do it. So this is why you have all this corruption in the federal government and in federal agencies and in governmental agencies, because these same people been governing and ruling over the land and teaching others in the military and all how to do this wickedness and labeling it a government job. How about that? So if these people think they're working for the government and they think it's right, that's a psychosis. They come to you in an official suit, but they're not there to help you. Just like you see all these rogue police, they come there, they come to you, just like you see all these wicked doctors. They come. This is the illusion we've been under, and that was a time for that. That was a time of Saturn allowing that, and the planets allowing that. They was moving in that power. But that power is no longer available to them. The planets are not aligned for that. It's a new energy. It's a new, the planets are in alignment for everything to be made right again. And this is what these type of people don't understand. They think they can always keep winning because that's all they ever done, and they've always been in the winning seat. but they don't understand. They play in the spirit realm, but they don't understand the order and authority in the spirit realm. You can have all the knowledge you want. You can have that. But if you're not given the God-given authority in the spirit realm, nothing you do will work for you, especially coming against someone that is in their proper place of authority and order on the land. I wish y'all could be here to see what I go through every day. It's just amazing to me. It's amazing how much effort is going towards trying to get me. It's almost funny. I just be looking at them like, wow, all of this for me, huh? But I'm just coming eyes wide open. This has been going on for a long time. I'm just coming to the revelation of it. And I just been la-di-da, living my life. But these things been going on the whole time. Plots against me every day. But, you know, I've been given provision for that. Divine intelligence and wisdom will outlast and govern and rule over any of that because it's a lower vibration. So let's get into okay, so now we know how we got to the status of Black. Let me share this other screen. But I just want to say, you have to keep yourself at a higher vibration and stay in the positive, stay in love, and nothing can penetrate that. The moment you step out of line and lower your vibration, that's when they can step in and things can step in to get you or throw you off track. We're Imperial Moors coming back to the forefront. So we govern ourselves. We watch our character. We watch how we treat people. You do the things that you know you are supposed to do no matter who's watching. That's what an Imperial Moor is all about. That's what the first family, the Imperial Royal rulers of the world, is all about. Governing and taking care of the flock. Making sure everybody is okay. Not the other way around. Doesn't matter if you are part of this faction, that group, this secret society, this and that and the other. What's right is right. That's how we live. That's how we roll. Do the right thing by people. Don't treat people any kind of way. Because you can, because you think you have the authority to do that. That's why you're not in the proper place of authority, because you don't know how to govern and you don't know how to treat people. You're not a good shepherd. That's where I'm at right now. That's where we need to be. If you calling yourself an Imperial Moor, you have to be a good shepherd and a governor, a good governor over finances, people, and land. You don't abuse your power. That's the worst thing you can do, as being a powerful person, and having a lot of spiritual power. That's a carnal sin and a spiritual sin. You never abuse your power. This is why these people will never win over me. They don't have this type of integrity. They don't have this type of love for people. I want y'all to understand this. This is being proven to me on a daily basis. A daily basis, what I'm talking about is being proven to me right in my face and showing me the power that is around me and the power that is harnessed through me. If you stay on your true and rightful path and be righteous and be a good shepherd of people and a good governor and a good steward, excuse me, a good steward over your doings. These wicked people, I don't care how much power they have, how much means they have right now, it doesn't matter, because they don't have the authority. They're not being rewarded for being wicked anymore. They wasn't ever being rewarded. It just looked like they were. It was all an illusion. That was a part of that era. People that saw them felt like they were winning, but that was the illusion. They were never winning. It was just an illusion that they were in the winning seat. You can never win being wicked. Okay, antebellum. Okay, this is one of the terms that we're dealing with when I wrote the reclamation. This is one of the terms. So the reclamation is done all in positive terms based on Aborigine and Indigenous stance, laws, case laws that have already been solidified and won in, the higher courts. The Supreme Courts have already decided what the laws are for Indigenous inhabitants and those that claim Indigenous status. So that's what the reclamation is based upon. These terms I'm sharing right now are terms that equate to what I'm saying in the reclamation. They're terms that they have to stand by and live by, that they use in their definitions of law. Okay. So antebellum is one of them. And this is the term status quo antebellum is a Latin phrase meaning the situation as it existed before the war. A lot of us don't know we had wars here. The Indian Wars. When these Scots came and, been trying to come here for the longest, it wasn't only Scots. It was redcoats, and those was dark-skinned Moors from London, England, was fighting. Those were my great aunt's people, Victoria Maxima, who was in London, England. This was her land granted to her, but they was usurping the people. That wasn't a part of her entitlement. The indigenous people of the land and the imperial rulers had tributary powers together. They was never supposed to usurp the people of the land, and that's what they have started to do. So all of these movies and pictures and everything you see dealing with red coats and the war, and there was never no war in 1776. That's a lie. All of these different things, it was wars, but it wasn't one in 1776. These people were not pale faces. Pale faces didn't get on the, was not created on the planet until 600 years ago. And they was in the caves, didn't come out the caves till 1900, year 1900. So understand, these are all myths, lies, and just flat out untruths. They just been telling us whatever they want to tell us. It's not real. It's not real history. His story. It is his story. It is real history. It's real to them, something they created, but it is not the truth. You have to dig. We have to know that we've been put under a lie. And you have to first know that in order to figure out that you have to search for more truth and piece it together as you collect the knowledge from different archives and you piece it together like that. A lot of stuff I get from the spirit realm. And then whatever I get from the spirit realm, I said, really? Let me go see, does that exist? And sure enough, there it is. And then I go from there and open up a whole nother can of worms to find out the truth about a lot of things. But you just know everything you've been taught is a lie. And you were taught that to hide the truth about your true inheritance and who you really are on the land. You're not from, everybody's not from Africa. And the laws that deal with those from Africa dealt with a small group of slaves when they were dealing in the slave trade for those beings that were three-fifths. Okay. So this is what we're dealing with. We're going back to a time before the war. This is a term that I use in my royal decrees. The situation, I told them in one of the first royal decrees that we are returning back to our posterity that existed before the war, because we've been under occupation. You look at the banners, the United States banner, all of these different things that they making people think that it's a flag. It's not a flag. It's not a flag. It's an occupational banner. Okay. So when I came forward with the reclamation, reclaiming our proper status and reclaiming our place upon the land, I brought back flags, and all of this is filed at the Library of Congress. The flags are the crest that you see with the Lady Moor head on it. And it's another one, all white with the red dragon on it. Why I did this at the time, though, chose those two, I don't know. I was being divinely led, but now I know why I did choose those. Those are the Imperial First Family flags. All of this was being divinely led. I didn't know why I was doing any of it. I was just compelled with a lot of energy and a lot of push to do this. So here we are 6 years later, and it all now. I've just been on autopilot, following whatever I'm led to do, and it has been exactly what I was supposed to do. So you have antebellum, and the noble gave me this one. Chief Thunderstorm gave me this one. Post Laminium. Y'all make sure y'all watch and make sure it don't get cut off. Let me know if it's getting cut off on YouTube, because it got cut off last time. Can y'all see it? Okay. Yeah, it's green. Post Laminium. This goes along with being put back into your proper posterity as well. But it's interesting that it says a doctrine or fiction of the law, by which the restoration of a person to any status or right formerly possessed by him was considered as relating back to the time of his original loss of deprivation, particularly in the case of one who, having been taken prisoner in war. Okay, let's stop there. And look, and having escaped and returned to Rome. Returned to Rome. So they was warring. Those that came from Rome was here warring. And those that did come from Rome, the Knights of Columbus, they was here warring. The Knights of Columbus came here to create war, overturn the governments, and run the empire into interregnum, and steal the lands of the Amurickanus Empire all over the world, and put a pale-faced family, Windsor, in the and it's a black family. Those are the Maximus. Well, they gonna hate me for spilling all this tea. They already hate me. Those are the Maximus who changed their name to Windsor to cover up their fraud. All of these families been hiding in the backdrop all these years because they knew they wasn't in a proper place to be doing what they did. So they put up pale faces to act like they were the ones that came and stole the land. How would that look? We are the family members and supposed to have been protecting the empire, but yet we came and overturned the empire and stole everything. We can't let people know that we did that. We have to change our names. We have to put people in place. We have to stay in the back and stay, unseen. We'll just control everything. Yeah. That's what they did. So they came from from Rome. This is funny because I already know this, but to see it in certain fashion is interesting. So this can be used for rescue. If you want to rescue somebody or yourself, a forcible setting at liberty against law of a person duly arrested. The right of post limine, the right or claim of a person. The redemption of captured property from the hands of an enemy. So this is the law. So these are the laws that y'all need to be using. These are the terms that y'all need to be using, because it lets them know that you are under a state of war and you want your full posterity back and you want your property back. If you never know the rules of engagement, you don't know how to counteract. You don't know how to defend yourself. Excuse me. This is where we've been. This is what I do on a daily basis right here. S-cheat. The forfeit of all property to the state when a person dies without heirs. But that's not the original term of S-cheat. The original power of S-cheat is that of the imperial ruler. S-cheating. Taking back lands which was granted to others and things like that. So I use it, and these individuals that came in and took power have created so many different definitions for one word to suit themselves. You have to go back to the first Black's Law Book dictionary, and that's where I stay, because everything else created after that, they have added something in there to suit themselves and added all these different elastic definitions, elastic words that mean so many different things that it's confusing, because they want to be able to use it to their benefit in these fake courts, in these fake military tribunal courts that's on the land. They're supposed to be on the military base with this orange fringe banner. These are occupational flags, the banners that's in these courtrooms, and people don't even know that. People of the land have no clue what we're under, what's going on around us. They're operating a vessel on water, but yet they're sitting on our land, suppressing us, taking our children, splitting up the families, doing whatever they want to do to us unlawfully. Treasonous behaviors, treasonous acts against the people of the land on a daily basis. And nobody is being held accountable for that until now. So that's why I don't really deal with people with the law no more, because I really know what's going on. I really know the truth. You can't fight them under their own terms. And that's what we've been doing. Instead of dealing with the real issue, they shouldn't be here in the first place. Ruling and governing over us, it's all a fraud. So why you practicing the fighting law and trying to figure out how to win, and they ain't gonna never let you win? Because they there to block you. That's the gatekeeper. That's the gate right there. I got an order that says that gatekeeper order denied. What kind of Supreme Court gives you one word ruling denied? That's when I knew it was fake. I just laughed. I said, okay, I see it. That's when the Most High began to show me everything. I'm beating these people left to right, and they can't do nothing with me. I know I done smashed them. And here they are. And I said, this is so fake. What real court and what real judge give you back an opinion with one word on it? Denied. I said, these people so fake. It's unreal. That's when the ancestor told me, you have the power to erect your own court. And I started moving in it. And then I began to move in power. Now I know who I really am as far as a lineage, as far as coming from a ruling power family. But I was already doing this. It's in my nature. You can't be anything other than what you are inside. Your DNA is gonna come out of you. You're gonna act like what you are. So when I say Empress, that's who I am. If I wasn't, then why would I say I am? Right, Noble? Chief Thunderstorm. I remember Chief Thunderstorm said that and we cracked up. But that's the truth. Eminem. That's why I said I am. If I wasn't that, then why would I say I am? And that's how it is in life. What is in you is going to come out of you. If it wasn't in you, it wouldn't come out. It don't work like that. So here we are now, fast forward, after all of these court battles that I've had to go through, just to find out that I was the one that had the power to rule the court and open and shut them doors at any time that I got ready to. How about that? That's an amazing revelation. Absolutely amazing revelation. Who knew? I didn't. I didn't know any of this. And that's what they didn't want me to know. They said if this lady ever find out who she really is, we gonna be in trouble. And we gonna be in big trouble as soon as she find out who she really is. And they were right. They were absolutely right. Thrice right. Okay, so we dealt with antebellum. We dealt with post-millennium. Okay, let me go back over post-millennium right quick. Okay, so that's a Latin term used in civil law. It's a doctrine or a fiction of law by which the restoration of a person to any status or right formerly possessed by him was considered as relating back to the time of his original loss or deprivation, particularly in the case of one who, having been taken prisoner in war. So this is what I want to reiterate on. As long as you see that banner waving around on American soil, you are at war. It's a cold, silent war, but nevertheless, you are under occupation. Just know that. And any of these laws, terms, you can use those that's dealing with war because you are being occupied. by the United States Corporation, Scottish Rites, and all the knights thereof. All these secret societies are under that order of the Jesuits. And they are the ones who are occupying us and had deemed the land abandoned. And put, after they stole the empire, put pale faces in the royal seats, imperial royal seats, because they knew they couldn't do it. And ruled them from the background, gave their names to them. All these names, the 13 families that you hear about, and the banking families that you hear about, those are Black, what they call Black Nobility families, who are running, who were running everything. The police that kept following me, arresting me, was distant cousins running them, ordering them to do this. Tell you, we in the time of revelation. Can't hide nothing from me no more. I know exactly who you are, who they are. See, it's another story when they can fight you and come against you in secret, and they know exactly who you are, but you don't know who your enemy is. It's another story now. I promise you. It's a whole nother ball game. One in alignment can push back 1 million who are not. And the ancestors are making me own up to that phrase right there. Daily, still in the act of war. There's being won in the spiritual realm, pushing back 1 million that try to come my way in the physical. And in the spiritual. They're giving me the powers. They're showing me the powers. It's an amazing time. It's a challenge. It's unsettling at times, but it's getting better because I can see where they're giving me the power and the provision and the authority to handle whatever comes my way. And it's supernatural. It's supernatural powers. It's something that I can't explain. I don't know how it's being done, but it's being done with ease. So I'm here to tell you that the new power, the shift, is back upon the land in full force. You don't see it visually yet, but it's here. And those that suppressed us can no longer do it. They are no longer granted the powers and authorities to do that anymore. Rest assured, the tides have turned in our favor. Okay. So, yes, now we can have open dialogue if any of the tribal members have anything they want to share. Somebody put something in the group chat. Ernest Earl McGill Says the stars and stripes, which is a commerce banner. Yep, it's not a flag. Yep, yellow fringe. Okay, the yellow fringe. I said orange fringe. Yeah, it's yellow. I'm just reading the comments. So yeah, this is where the rubber is meeting the road at. And I have to really, the ancestors during my time here in meditation and being alone, ancestors showed me so many faces of individuals who have been in my family's lives, my life for several years, and even more than that, that have been a part of, have been sleeper cells coming against me and my family, positioned there just for the right time, and who have been a part of plots, assassination plots against me, who offered me their, when I was pushed out of the house. When I say pushed out of the house, it was more of a choice because I didn't feel safe at the time. These people was doing a lot, coming in, intruding every day. I just didn't feel safe. So I went through a period of individuals, women in my life that came forward and said, well, you can come stay here. And at this time, I'm not knowing why I'm going through all of this. And I just didn't feel myself. I was under attack spiritually. A lot of sorcery was being done. But anyway, so three women, they showed me that offered me, to come stay with them, and they offered me their beds. Those three women, they said, were a part of assassination attempts. And they said the fraternal orders was behind it. And they kept offering me their bed because if something happened, it would look like they were meant to be the target. And I'm like, they showed me so much. They've been showing me so much. Even one of my tribal members was made a contract for an assassination. Former military. This is real shit. This is real. These people take it seriously about getting rid of me. Like I said, in my tribe, I put a note in there. All of y'all that got these past and former, this is where the rubber meets the road at. You can't be affiliated with me and my tribe having these relationships. Because any small piece of information that you give them could cost me my life. You may not even know. You may not even know that it's a big deal to tell them anything, the smallest thing. Can't do that. You can't give them no information. And this is how they get you. This is how they put people in the compromising position, get them in the military and in these government jobs early on. And in those contracts, they got you for life. If they need to, they need to come back and employ you. You are their property unless you know how to get out of it. If you ain't strong enough to get out of it, hey, you in a rock and a hard place because Empress don't play no games. Y'all handlers should have told y'all what I'm capable of. And everybody not gonna know that unless they challenge me, unless they come at me. You're not supposed to know that. because I'm a mother, I'm a nurturer, but it's a whole nother side to that. That, like I said, I was given provision to be here and to do this job and to maintain my life and my posterity for a long time. And I'm going to be here a long time, long after they are gone. I already know this. And it's already been told to me. And it's been happening all my life. Anybody that come against me, something happened to them. So that's just the way it is. And now that I know and I can see and got all my powers, please don't play with me. I already got spiritual protection all on me, around me, been initiated, been to Africa, all that stuff. Even if I don't know, something will happen to you. Don't play them games. This is not no plaything, what I'm doing here. And don't take my kindness for weakness, because it's not. It's not. We are in a serious shift of power right now. So that's all I want to say about that. I'm going to open it up for conversation. Yeah, you can rescind the contracts. I have a revocation of contract affidavit that one can use. If you want a copy of that, you can email me at empressroyalcourts@protonmail.com. All right. I'm at tell matriarch to call back in. She had a new phone. I took her out. Matriarch, you listening on YouTube, you can call back in if you want, or dial back in. Vicky, what's going on? I hope you don't mind me sharing your message to me. That really warmed my heart.
Yes, I'm here. I've just been focused on what I've messaged you and making sure that I'm on assignment and in alignment.
Okay.
That's it.
That's awesome.
Staying focused, staying focused.
Message. We
Like you said,
definitely are.
when you said that we at the point where the rubber hits the road, you gonna steer right or you gonna crash.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, indeed.
I prefer to be steered correctly than to crash and burn. And that starts with that ancestral practice. So that's where they got me, starting over. And whatever I thought I knew, just to get rid of it, start over. Put everything you know, and start with just trust the answer. So that's where I'm at. Took everything away and just put them up to the right until they tell me otherwise.
Well,
I had
I'm very happy for you.
I'm really I had emotional attachment to uh, all the stuff that I had learned prior to coming to the tribe. So now everything is being pulled back. I'm being told to cleanse, purify, detox, and continue to study. Don't quit.
Ashe.
Don't quit.
What were you studying before you came into the tribe?
Astrology, just regular science. It's your basic quantum physics, not really a whole word science, sound, numbers. My passion for numbers have come back. Like me and the Hebrew numbers are going at it. They are teaching me a grip with numbers. I have not learned so much. I can look at a number now and pick and key it in and it tell me way more than I used to ever know. So I'm really excited. I have a journal just for information. I'm getting some numbers alone.
Ashe. Let me see, can I get
And I'm happy to start over because
yeah,
when I
you
first
breaking up.
started, I didn't understand. But now my understanding is much better now that I've done clearings and, the prayers and the rituals are working. They are working. I will be able to guide my children properly now. I wouldn't have been able to guide my children properly before.
Ashe. Yeah, it definitely takes a culmination of knowledges to bring balance.
Water plants, the dying on like my tree. I looked outside. I was like, oh my god! Like the leaves were.
Vicky, were you done?
Yeah, I'm back at the house. And
Okay.
they got music playing, so I'm here.
Okay.
I yield.
Okay. So yeah, these are the things that the Empress is dealing with. And these are the things that we are standing on as far as reclaiming back our proper status and our land and our rightful place in governance. This is what we have to fight for. And when I say fight, I'm saying the fight always begins in the spirit realm. You have to clear your path and put your ancestors before you go into battle doing anything. That's the only way you can win. That's the formula. That's the remedy. That's what I had to learn. Even though I was smashing them, I wasn't to the point where I am now, but I always meditated and took my time. And by that, invoking that spiritual power. to go before me in anything I was doing, dealing with the courts or any opposing entities. You have to keep that at the forefront. You have to keep your ancestors, whatever spiritual powers you're dealing with, you have to put them before you. That's how you're going to open the gate. That's how you're going to clear your path. That's how you're going to remove obstacles. This is how it's done. Those that play at a high level, they play in the spirit realm every day, all day. They have these people that's governing in these courts, governmental jobs, government, rulership, all of that. They dealing with that. This is what they do. And if you're a serious player at that game, at that level that you want to be at, then that's where you have to be also. But that's been in our nature, and that's been our practice that they took from us since the beginning of time. But they just took it from the last 100 years. They took it from us and kept using it and as power over us. Once you know that, you have to act on it if you really want to see your full power and potential. Ashe, I yield. Y'all quiet today. Let me see if I can get Matriarch back in. She's texting me. Okay, let me see, can I get Matriarch back in here? Matriarch, I emailed you. In the process of emailing you the link, I should say. Should be going through any second now. Okay, try that link that I just sent you. Okay. Anything else the tribe wants to discuss? I'm trying to also find the video where the lawyer is talking about the 3/5. It's a lawyer that is on I believe in YouTube. Let me see. He was working the Tupac and Biggie murders. I don't know if y'all seen this or not. And he says, we will not stand for 3/5 justice. We will not stand for 3/5 justice. I'm trying to find it. Shoot. Okay. I'm gonna get give matriarch a few minutes to see if the link gets her in. Peace and love, Akamet. Akamat. Peace and love, Jareen. Tonus.
Peace and love. Son.
I, self, law, and master.
Islam, Empress.
So how's the weather where everyone's at?
Say it again.
How is the weather where everyone is? It's
The
hot
weather's good
and,
here.
and cold in the night.
Yes. The sun is about to set here in California.
Yeah, when that sun goes down, man,
It gets back and cold. It
you
starts
get back in that
real
house.
cold. Get inside. When the sun sets, go in the
Ain't
house.
no joke. Freezing. It was freezing. This morning it was freezing. Sun came
It
out,
was
it got hot.
warm most of the day.
Yeah.
So it gets cold in Cali at night.
Oh
Yes.
man. Yes. Especially in the
Yes,
valley.
yes.
That wind be kicking up. Freezing cold. Now it's be like it's winter time.
Yeah, it's been good here. It's kind of mild.
It took me a whole week. I finally got all my seeds in the ground. I started on Monday. I finished on Saturday. Got all the seeds in the ground. I got about 1, 2, 3. I got 16 rows this time. I'm gonna tell you what I got. Where's my list? Oh, might be downstairs. Yep, downstairs. Well, I think I got 3 rows of cantaloupe, 2 rows of bok choy, 2 rows of spinach, a row of strawberries, a row of not cantaloupe, but honeydew, and
I'm coming over.
everybody, my mother-in-law, my wife told me don't put nothing in the ground, just wait, because they said I was gonna, go bypass a year, but I was like, I thought about it, and I said, it's kind of late. It's May, but it was so cold, man. I said, man, it's cold. And I know it's gonna get hot later on. So I went ahead and put stuff in the ground anyway. I started on Monday, I finished on Saturday, and the first 2 rows of bok choy, they're already coming up, they're already coming up. They already sprouted, coming out the ground.
Wow.
So I guess it was a good thing to do that, and they're about maybe a 2 quarters out of the ground already. That's quick. And I believe it was, because the ground is hot in the daytime. And then I water it I water it in the morning, I water it at night. So I keep it moist. I think that helps. Oh, we'll see. Now, if I can get a big field and I could do that same thing, that'd be great.
We're kind of doing it indoors.
I'm doing mine. It's about it's a 20 by 120. So 20 going back and 120 going across.
It's a harvest.
That's not that big. It's big enough for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You could put about 6 cars in the backyard lined up side by side.
That's a harvest. That's enough for you not to go to the grocery store.
6 Cadillacs.
Feed the neighborhood.
Grocery store? No. I'm trying to grow my own, and then I got 3 freezers. So I grow my own, and then I cut everything up and I freeze it.
Well, you better get some solar energy too, because they're gonna.
I got that already done. Yep, I had that put on when I had it built. But I'm thinking about switching over to Tesla. With the Tesla power pack.
Have you read the book about Weidencliff?
Weidencliff.
Weidencliff was where Tesla, that was the tower that the banker blew up because he didn't want to do the free energy. But there's a book out called Weidencliff that explains free energy.
Okay.
It appears that if you go up past a certain height with certain metals, the building itself will generate electricity. That's all I'm going to say about it.
Really?
That book. Mm-hmm. Somebody been lying.
About
a lot of stuff. You should get that book. It's called Weidencliff.
Yeah, I think they killed Tesla, didn't they?
Oh yeah. But when you read that book, you'll see just the first few chapters. You'll go, what? Because they didn't teach us any of that in school.
They did the same thing to that brother that invented the car that runs on regenerating itself. When the wheels spin, the wheels generate the power, and that saves power in the battery. So once you turn the key on, it will never run out of energy because the wheels spin and the wheels generate the energy. And then they have solar panels on the top of the roof.
He had a car that had no engine.
Yeah.
Several reports of it, and pictures of him driving it. They couldn't figure out how, because as he was driving away, he says, "We don't have a motor."
They killed that guy, didn't they?
Well, I mean,
this is the one in Africa. The one in Africa.
That's what they tell us, but I mean, with all this secrecy and stuff, I don't know what to believe anymore.
Yeah, because that's like, man, why would they do that? If he's got that kind of a brain, and that was quick too.
Well, because he wanted to give stuff away for free, and they don't. As you notice, they don't like giving away anything for free.
And then they have another one in Nigeria who's doing the same thing. And this kid, he's like 18 years old.
Well, the knowledge is out there. It's been suppressed from us. They just didn't give it to us. It was a secret club, and we weren't in it.
Peace and love.
Starting our own.
Peace and love. It's Brother Jermaine. I was wondering if anyone can see the phases of Lunar this evening.
Yeah. I was actually getting ready for that. 8:30. I think it starts here.
Whoa. I was trying to chime in and share a little video with these palm trees in this backdrop of what I got, though. It's pixelated. I ain't got that good of a... Though all I see is orange and blue, the true colors.
Well, I haven't really been outside. It might not be as good, I think, but I can go to the water near here, and usually I can see some of the moon there if it's not cloudy.
I know everyone has a different perspective, different location.
I'm
doing
the pyramid.
I can see what Tona sees over here in the valley. He over there. He's in San Francisco, so I can see whatever he can see.
Something with wings covering the moon.
I wish I could zoom in, but okay.
We got the same sky.
So explain to us what's going on in Lunar.
Wow.
An eclipse going on at the moment.
An eclipse?
Yeah, a lunar eclipse.
So
I'm gonna
this
try
is
to
a
check that out.
powerful energy. The full moon started yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah, it
Or
did.
Friday. Or Friday. We in full moon energy and lunar eclipse energy. Yeah, y'all better manifest something.
I would have been writing all day long what I want.
Ancestors told me whatever we ask for in this time, we shall have. This is now the time that you ask for something and it will happen.
Oh, I got clouds, man.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah, that's why they putting all these fake clouds today. I was
Mhm.
wondering, they
Mhm.
trying to cover up something.
It's
Mhm.
on Empress.
There's a hill I can go to these stores.
I say.
Wow.
My video disabled. Shoot. Oh well. Yeah, I got clouds. Sun's behind the clouds.
Yeah,
So
we still got about an hour.
Go ahead. I opened it.
We still got about an hour. So don't supposed to start till like 8:45 till 9:50.
I thought you were outside. No. Oh,
I'm
okay.
inside. See
You
that?
got fake clouds too.
Looking out the window.
Can y'all see that?
Yeah. But it's a lot of fake clouds there too.
All of them are fake. Chemtrails.
Yeah, they all are fake, aren't they? They really are. Yeah, that's true.
Spraying us like roaches.
Yeah, they be doing that at nighttime, man. You could hear them planes flying over.
Mm-hmm. I do it early in the morning too.
See, like right now, it's very distant where I'm at. I'm on the west or the true east, and see like that where I'm following straight to the right of them palm trees. That way.
Yeah, that's that Arizona cloud.
See her? Though there's been them little aerial views them ways. And that's been happening all them little vortexes for like the past 5-6 days. Especially over in the deep south. Excuse me?
Is that a straight light, Jerry, to the left?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Oh, so that's it right there.
Yeah, you got just as much clouds as we do.
And right now, from what I can see, it's like there's those clouds right there on the horizon. And she's not over that horizon. She's rising with the horizon. And it's like the clouds about to go from left to right is the way it looks like it's traveling because the moon's actually going right to left.
Are you pointing to the west?
This would be, I believe this is east. I'm pointing towards the east.
East, okay. The sun would be in the west.
Right, the sun sets in the west, which was that way.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. Yep.
That's what y'all seeing.
Yeah, you got
on the other side. On the other side of this.
Dang, no. Hey, you got the same cloud I got.
Right, right. Now what you're gonna see is this, that. No, not that, not those. See, you're gonna see this right over here in about 2-3 hours.
I can't go in that kind of house.
Man, and I was trying to get to the actual mountain or mountainside, though they close it out here. They reserve it. It's occupied, of course. So around like 7 in the evening, 1900, they close it down.
So you have the same cloud that I have in Arizona and we have in California. Who's the furthest to east? Empress, you're the furthest on the East Coast. North Carolina. Who's further in North Carolina? Anybody in New York?
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island. Who's in Rhode Island? Somebody's in Rhode Island?
No, just was asking.
Oh.
I
just wanted them to put their camera and point it to the west so we can see what kind of sky they have. So Jareem sees what I see.
He sees the same cloud that I see looking to the west. I mean, it's exactly the same. And, and I'm in Northern California, and he's in Arizona.
Huh.
That's cool. I just the first time I ever seen something like that. That is pretty cool. I mean, you know, it's the clouds. You know, the sky is the sky, but I'm thinking that he would have a different scene looking to the west. You know what I'm saying? But he sees the exact same cloud that I see.
This is
what I'm seeing. That cloud
this
is like
is
50 meters away.
live. Can y'all see the screen?
Yeah.
This is the live. What's going on?
Okay. Make that bigger. That's the moon, right? Or the sun? That's the sun and the moon? That is cool.
So again, at the same point in time, I just witnessed the moon rise with the horizon to my east, though far west, quote unquote. I just probably 30 minutes to an hour ago seen the sun set. Though,
yeah, it's setting.
Hold on. Hear me out. No, though, quote unquote, this evening it's an eclipse where they pass one another and we can't see what's really going on, right? I feel like that's deep right there. That's a demonstration right there.
I can see the sun right now, just below the cloud.
But you can't see the moon right now. I
No,
can
you
see the
can't see the
moon.
moon.
I can see the moon, full beauty. Though I just watched the sun set about 40 minutes ago, less than 40 minutes ago. So I'm just kind of trying to watch how this eclipse really, actually what I am, what my Shekinah, Shekinah, son.
See the sun just above the roof?
Mm-hmm.
It's just below the cloud, just above the roof. Can you see what I see?
So I cannot see that.
You can't see that in Arizona?
No, I seen that 30, 40 minutes back going to behind you, like still setting. Mine was falling. Yours is still setting. It's falling as well.
It's setting, going down behind the tree.
All right, now here's my video. Oh no, maybe. Nope. Okay, won't let me.
Yeah, you gotta turn it around.
It's not letting me.
No, point your camera, turn the whole thing around. Yeah, that's what I had to do.
All right, it wouldn't let me for a second. Can you see that at all?
Yeah, I can see the sun.
No, that's the moon.
But that's the moon.
Right, now watch the reflection of the sun. It's cornering it right now. Now this is what we always see in a distorted motion throughout a lunar cycle of 30 days when you see the different 12 to 13 phases of the moon. When sometimes you can see her full silhouette, whether it be evening or day.
Mm-hmm.
Right now is moving from the left to the right because she is moving with the current.
Yeah, the sun's moving to the left to the right here. But I don't see the moon yet. Oh, where is it? Let's go outside. Yeah, you can't see the moon here because it's still daylight.
Whoa, okay. Well, I can literally see like it happening right now. Hold on, let me try to chime in. I might mute it, but
Are
is
we
my
at a
camera
3 hour
on?
time difference now?
Is my camera facing the moon?
Ain't there gonna be like a 3 hour time difference?
Is
No?
my camera facing the moon? Noble?
Yeah, it was. Now it's back on you.
All right, there we go. I can't see for different parameters.
Here, the sun
it-
is going down.
Can you see the moon from my view?
I can see the moon from your view, right over the tree line.
Okay.
And the sun is almost gone here.
All right. Just one moment.
It's going down. That's cool. Power of the cell phone. We didn't have this when we were children. This is cool.
Wow.
I'm gonna go do my fire before it get too dark. Peace and love, fam.
I say, wow, peace and love. Islam.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside and try to enjoy this. Islam. Thank you.
Peace and love.
Well,
Islam.
because it's moving halfway now.
Peace and love, child.
Peace and love. So this is a full blood moon. This is a full blood moon. This is also a super moon.
And Scorpio. Islam.
It says this full moon is the closest approach to the Earth of the month in its orbit. So we'll be seeing a slightly larger moon experience. Super flower blood moon eclipse.
Say. I have to put my phone on the charger, child.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and end the call for the night. Thanks everybody for joining and contributing. This has been another edition of Imperial Lectures by Empress Ninti Elbe and Tribe. Ashe.
Say why.
Ashe wa.